What's up, everybody? Ketan here. Have the pleasure to have Coach Preston and
Valeria.
guys. Thanks so much for taking the time. I know it's kicking off your main part of the season, so there's a lot to unpack here. I'll try to keep it short so you guys can get back on the course. So let's go back like fall. Tennis and golf has something similar that we play around, right?
hmm
So let's talk about the fall a bit. Can you give like a brief summary what you see?
Yeah. So in the fall, we played 4 tournaments.
Mhm.
This spring, we're going to be playing quite a few more. We have 2 in February, 3 in March, and then our conference tournament is going to be the first week of April. What I saw in the fall was 2 freshmen really step up along with our upperclassmen. We're trending really well this year, but however, I feel like we left a lot on the table. In the fall semester, we have had the best scoring average in the history of women's golf, but it felt like we met 50% of our potential. And so I'd say the team is pretty hungry going into the spring.
Awesome. And you have like top three finishes, right?
Yeah.
So that was the first time in program history, two individual wins. So can you talk a little bit more about it?
Yeah, the individual wins were really exciting. Mara had back-to-back individual wins in the third tournament of the year, which was our conference preview, and then at the fall Converse Invite at Woodfin Ridge, and she did fantastic there. The first tournament which she won though was pretty exciting.
Okay.
How she
And it's the
finished.
first time that happened?
It's the first time it happened for her collegiately to win a tournament, and she did it in pretty unique fashion.
Okay. So like if it's the first time that happened, uh, what changed since you took over the program? That's one. And it's like one word or one slogan they would use that motivated these girls.
Yeah, I would say we're relentless. We're always looking how to get better in every capacity. There's 4 different areas that we're focused on. Of course, we're focused on the course, we're focused in academics, we're focused in unity among one another, and we're focused also on physical exercise. In college golf, we play 36 holes on a Monday, as the men do as well, but that equates to walking about 11 or 12 miles. And there's a lot of conditioning involved to that. And then they're back right at it on Tuesday, and that's not to mention the practice round. So they're playing 72 holes in 3 days, where the pros, they play 72 holes over 4 days. And so these women are fierce athletes and competitors. And so I think one good thing that the upperclassmen did with the freshmen who had not been used to walking 36 holes is really motivating them in the gym and getting them prepared physically for what they're up against during the season. So I would say that one word to describe the team would be relentless.
Okay. But how about you? How would you describe the team in one word?
I would say united. I think we have a genuine friendship, and it doesn't matter like we're five international and 3 Americans, and we have like different backgrounds. We get along really well, and it doesn't matter like being freshman or senior in our team, because I think we're all like a family here.
Okay, that's great. And that helps a lot, right?
Yeah.
The team chemistry and bonding. And I think, do you think that helps a lot on the course whenever you go to the tournament competition? Do you think that's why it's making a difference right now?
I think so. When we're out at tournaments, we'll try to do an Airbnb every once in a while. And so the different types of cuisine that we get
Okay,
to.
let me start there. Do you cook for them?
Sometimes.
Okay.
Usually it's a group effort.
What's the favorite meal your coach cooked for you guys?
Or what my wife has cooked.
Okay.
Oh, I think breakfast,
What was it?
scrambled eggs and bacon.
Okay.
I got that
That's
one locked in. Locked in.
You put a little milk on the eggs?
Oh yeah, definitely. Yeah.
Go ahead. So you stay in the Airbnb.
Yeah.
So that helped like on the trips, like staying a little bit closer than like hotels with different rooms and stuff like that.
Definitely. And sometimes it's even cheaper than staying in hotels. And so it gives the girls a little bit of different change of scenery, change of pace. And, we have some special dietary restrictions on the team. So, and so what we try to do is just, make that more customized for all the girls and make it a little bit easier that way.
Okay. So you talk about the word describing the team. How about slogan?
Slogan. Oh my goodness. A slogan is, well, it's more so of the concept so I just had our first daughter, me and my wife did. And one thing that Lucia has mentioned is that she didn't really that I didn't realize that I would have 8 daughters before I even had my first daughter. And so it's great preparation for like being a girl dad, something that I didn't expect. That's not really a slogan per se, but it's something that I'm definitely putting in my tool belt as I'm engaging in girlhood with my daughter. So
Okay, so if you're a guy's coach, you have a boy.
yeah, and so yeah, me and Judah Ray, my son, we're already locked in
That's
on
what
that.
happened with
So
Coach Logan, right?
yeah, that's right.
So fall season. Let's go back a little bit. What was the favorite memory that you had?
Well, the favorite memory that I had, Valeria, would you agree with
Yeah,
this?
I like it.
We somehow managed to get it on video. Ayla came in clutch, going live on the Instagram about a half a second before Mara hit this shot. Mara had no idea where she was at in terms of the tournament. She was just playing her game. I think she had just come off a bogey on like 16, and then she made a good up and down on 17 and heads into 18. I know where she's at. I think the majority of the team knows where she's at. But one thing that she's really been focused on, more so than just preaching it, is really practicing staying focused on the process. And so she was so locked in on the process that when she hit her third shot from about 125 meters with a pitch and wedge over water, Aurora had it on video on two sides of the water. So we had Ayla going the live on the shot close, and then Aurora was on the other side, and the ball hit the middle of the green, spun right, and dropped in the cup. And I tell you, if it wasn't for the smell that lake had, we would have probably all jumped in it. But I think we settled for dousing her with all the water bottles that we had left. And
Yeah.
I mean, it was just, we were on cloud nine for days, I think, after that. But Valeria, would you?
Yeah, it was so much fun. Like I remember I finished right before Mara, so I was still like checking my scorecard and signing it with the girls I played with. And then I saw like Mara was going to the green, and she hit it, and the ball bounced like really good. It was like they couldn't see the ball because the green was like up in the at the beginning, and Mara hit it, and she did it like really good. And then Aurora started screaming, "Whoa, whoa, whoa! It's going in! It's going in!" And then we all started like jumping and everything. We saw Coach jumping, like, "Wow, really, really, it went in!" And yeah, it was so much fun.
Now you need another memory for spring, right?
Definitely. And that's at the course where our conference championship is. So we have some good memories going in there.
So talk about course. So you, of course, compete a lot, 4 courses in the fall, correct?
Mhm.
How about the spring? Which one's your favorite or one that you've been looking forward to?
Yeah. So I think in the spring, there are just one course that I haven't been to yet as coach. And I think Valeria went there
Yeah, I've been in
her
my
freshman year. So I'm looking forward to seeing a new track. It's the club at Southampton in St. Augustine. Valeria, what did you like about that course?
I think it's a links, so it's more windy, and I think it's pretty similar as the one we're playing in our conference tournament, that it's Cattle Creek.
Okay, that's cool. The one that you mentioned is next week. Is the first tournament you're going, right?
Yep, first tournament of the spring. We're leaving Saturday.
Oh, that's exciting. So
yeah.
Your favorite course is right coming up.
Yeah, coming up.
It's like eating dessert first.
And it's south, so we're hoping for 70-degree weather.
Okay, so like it's coming up. So have you guys discussed about like goals or anything you want to achieve this year as a team?
Yeah, definitely. So, when the girls first got back, we had like maybe a half a week to a week of practice, and then we went straight into qualifying. And now we're using this week to really capitalize on that practice heading into our first tournament. So one thing that I'm really excited and looking forward to is just, we had good individual one-on-one meetings heading into Christmas break. And so the girls worked extremely hard during Christmas, leading into the spring school year. So I'm just looking forward to seeing their hard work pay off as they continually commit to the process that we're looking for. So we're not necessarily committed to a certain score. Our overall goal is to continue on this trend of 3 years in a row having the lowest scoring average in Emmanuel history. And I think we have a great team to do it. But as we head into the spring, it's more so of just I'm excited to see these girls' commitment to the process yield the results that they're looking for.
Well, how about you?
As we said before, in our final tournament, we tied for first. So I think right now our mindset is building on that momentum and trying to push ourselves even farther.
Okay. So let's talk about upperclassmen. How do they help, and what do you see the difference throughout the years?
Yeah. So I can't believe I have so many upperclassmen at this stage. When I first took over, Mara and Lucia were freshmen. Valeria was a sophomore. And so we were kind of building the plane as we were flying it. It was a step into a new era. I had not recruited any of the girls that I initially started coaching. And so to see that bond having been built over time and that trust with one another, and being able to turn over that trust to our captain, Valeria, is something that I've just loved to just sit back and watch her leadership, especially with a couple of the freshmen that we have, pouring into them, helping them realize that it doesn't take until your junior year to meet the potential that you have the capacity to meet now. And so really bringing that out of them, I think, is the most encouraging thing that I've seen from our upperclassmen.
Nice. How about you? What do you see throughout the years since you came or since Coach Preston took over?
Oof, I think time flies. Like 4 years ago, I was a freshman, and it felt like it was like 2 weeks ago. And I think everything has changed a lot because I have another coach in my freshman year, and then we didn't know what coach we were going to have until like July or something like that.
Yeah.
So I think I've like grown as a person and also as a player. I like in my sophomore year, I wasn't playing like really good. I had like my hand, my wrist, my left wrist. And then I had surgery. I have to take the decision to have surgery, and that was a like pretty tough time for me. But I think like with all my teammates and coach and everything, they all support that time. And right now I'm a senior, and we're about to graduate. So I'm really thankful and grateful for these years.
Yeah.
So extra question, bonus question. What are you going to miss the most about Emmanuel?
I don't know. I think everything. Because if I'm going back to Spain, it's like a different world from here. Maybe I live in a big city, so maybe have like these peace moments where there's anything right here.
Well, you won't have Coach Preston's cooking, so that's one.
Yeah, that's one thing.
Well, guys,
I won't have biscuits.
Okay. Thank you so much for your time. Thank you. I appreciated the time.
Thank you.
That's all I have for today. If you like, don't forget to subscribe and follow us on all social media channels. See you guys next time.